Spider-Man is one of the fan favorite heroes, but like every other superhero, he has his own rules. Now, these rules aren't anything unique, special, or anything like that. They're actually very simple. Don't let people know who is under the mask, don't kill, always put other people's safety first, and with great power comes great responsibility, which basically means that you must use your powers to help people instead of using it for revenge or some selfish reasons. That's something probably all of us know, but I decided to see actually how many of these Spidey rules does Miles Morales break in his game. Since he is just a young kid that just started protecting the city, it's obviously gonna be hard to stick to all these rules, but which ones did Miles break the most and how many did he break? Now, we start pretty peacefully with Miles doing regular stuff at the beginning of the game, like helping strangers lift something, bring them something, and things like that, when he suddenly gets some very important call from Peter and instantly suits up. They meet up, talk a bit, and we get straight into the action. Now, here come two rules that Miles broke at the exact beginning of the game. First one is that when the helicopter started breaking down, he took that as a piece of cake and literally said, "Oh, don't worry, I got it," which is actually the rule I didn't mention since this is one and only time I saw him break it. The rule is taking the responsibility for something that you cannot handle. Like, we all knew Miles couldn't handle that heli alone, yet still he tried it, which I respect, but when people's life depend on it, there ain't no fucking reason for trying something that you know you cannot do. And here comes the second, probably one of the most important rules he broke, and that is putting other people's lives in insane danger. Since he couldn't handle that chopper alone, it almost exploded, which would have resulted in killing the driver, the passenger, and probably a few other civilians, but thankfully that didn't happen, and we see proof that they got alive a bit after, like, when he fights those goons. So we kick off the game pretty harshly since he already broke two fucking rules, two very important rules, maybe the most important rules, which I really thought was insane. Like, I know you're a new kid and all that, but bro, that's maybe a bit too much. But after it kind of slowed down until the first time we actually play as Miles. You see, he just got home for Christmas dinner and the lights broke off, so as expected he got out, but without his suit, which was like extremely risky by itself. But that ain't even the worst part, since nobody saw a random kid from the building literally crawling on the building. I don't know how. He then got into the apartment through the kitchen window where everybody was. His best friend, his mother, and his other best friend, which was extremely risky, but thankfully his best friend Genki knows that he is Spider-Man and he successfully distracted his mom and his other best friend whilst he was crawling on the fucking walls. Like, I don't even know how nobody saw him, but I guess that was very risky. Like, he risked his identity at the beginning of the game, which isn't good. So for now on, he has officially broken 3 Spidey rules. And to make this video more exciting, more entertaining, we're gonna give Miles room for 8 rule breakers. Okay, got it? Don't ask me why, like, I don't even know. So if he breaks more than 8, get the fucking suit off that kid, man. Now after this fucking disaster run, we go on a decent run without any rules he breaks for like 15 minutes. Next one is his identity again. Like, damn, he really struggles to keep that shit hidden. When he starts helping citizens on Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app, his uncle calls in for a favor, and when he realizes it's his uncle, he starts asking these weird questions about his family.
Have you, been working at the subway long?
That Spider-Man most likely wouldn't ask if he wasn't connected to that guy in some way. He asks about himself, he asks about his father, his family. Like, dude, of course he's gonna get suspicious. Like, why you wanna know all these stuff from a random guy? Like duh. But we all think everything is going fine, everything is going smoothly, since he hasn't still recognized Miles until he gets back to his uncle. He gives him the free passage card for trains and shit, and asks him, like, did I get the name right, like, on the card? And it literally says Miles Morales. So he's probably the only character that has more than one fucking brain cell in this whole game, since Miles is so fucking obvious so many times that I don't even know how hasn't he been recognized by like 40, 50, 60 people. Now, this is still the same rule that he almost broke earlier, but this time he actually broke it, and this is 4 points for our boy here, and it's not looking good, Miles. Like, I don't know if you're gonna keep that suit, like, if anyone asks me, but alright. Next time he almost broke a Spidey rule, well, he kinda did, but nobody noticed, was You guessed it, when he almost exposed his identity again. Now, this wasn't his fault, it was more of Genki's, since when Miles' mom was giving a speech or something, like she was doing something, I really don't know, you can see it on the screen right now. Him and Genki were talking like, dude, what if somebody attacks my mom and shit, when Genki literally said,
Plus, now you're Spider.
well, dude, you're the Spider-Man. Like, how did nobody hear that shit? I know that people were listening to that speech and were distracted by all the noises, but still, there were people around them. At least like 3 or 4 guys should have noticed and heard that and like, what the fuck? Is this dude really Spider-Man? I mean, his suit is black. Everybody calls him the Black Spider-Man, so this guy is black. I mean, he could be. But since people here have like one brain cell, it's nothing new to me. Then after that, we actually go on a very decent ride, since he didn't break any rules till like the middle of the game, when he found out that his biggest enemy in the whole game was also his best friend Finn, other best friend, which completely fucks him up. So Genki suggests the only logical thing. Dude, tell you're Spider-Man. Like, what the fuck is that thinking, bro? That is like one of the main Spidey rules, and he just brings it up like it's nothing. Like, yeah, of course, like, tell her, man. Like, of course she wouldn't take it well, because she was fighting with him the whole fucking time. So this is the 6th time Miles broke a Spidey rule in a matter of just a few hours of gameplay. So I don't know what he was thinking, but this doesn't look good. By the end of the video, we might have to unsuit him, which I wouldn't be very happy to do, since he's a great kid and knows how to be Spider-Man, and he showed that in Spider-Man 2 especially. Now, he ain't break no rules until the end of the game, but I wouldn't count that as exactly his fault, and you'll see why right now. The first one is, once again, his identity, which, if I'm being honest, isn't anything that surprises me at this point, but it wasn't his fault because his mask fell off. I don't actually remember how, but I just know that it happened, and actually only like 6 people that didn't know saw him, but they were very close to Miles, so they decided not to give his identity out to the world, which is very sweet. And now the biggest rule he broke in this whole game is the no-kill rule. When he fell and shot that reactor down that was going to destroy the whole Harlem, he was full of energy, so if he released it in the streets or anything, many people would have died. So Finn, aka the Tinkerer, aka his best friend, aka his biggest enemy in the game, sacrificed herself by going to the sky with him and unleashing his energy by just telling him like, let go. And he did it, so this wasn't his fault. There was really nothing he could have done about it, and it was her decision. So that's why I won't count these 2 as rule breakers, which leaves Miles with 6 out of 8 rules broken, which isn't that great, but still he gets to keep that suit, which I'm really happy about. So this is the first video of this kind on this channel. Currently working on another very interesting project you're gonna see soon. I hope y'all will be excited to see it, and I enjoyed every second of this video genuinely. From replaying Spider-Man Miles Morales, that was probably the best part, to writing this script and eventually to editing. So till the next one, I wanna say no goodbyes and just good night, guys. See you.